Today's morning session is about democratizing access. I will give just a couple minute introduction, and then we go off to our three speakers of the morning, and who will address this in a variety of different ways. Some of this you have seen already yesterday. Oops, if I can figure out. So the purpose of democratizing access, or the ultimate objective, is to make cyber infrastructure available to all communities in the country, connect every community college, every minority serving institution, and every college and university, including all urban, rural, and tribal institutions. And you hear much more about this from our speakers today. And the underlying rationale is that we don't know where the next geniuses come from, and they might as well come from areas, regions of the country, communities in the country that traditionally are underserved or under-resourced, and therefore in order to maximize our chances to turn geniuses into geniuses, we should democratize access to everybody. I went back and did some more stats on OSG today. The top half of this page you've already seen yesterday, and the bottom half is new. There are 64 US institutions that compute resources. Out of these, 26 of the 64 are either minority serving institutions in EBSCO states or non-R1s. And we've had, in the same time frame, meaning during the year ending March 9th, researchers from 112 US institutions that did science on OSG. Out of those were 47 of the 112 of these institutions were from MSI, minority serving institution, EBSCO, or non-R1. So there is some sense of roughly, let's call it 40% or so of the participants in OSG, in one way or the other, are either from minority serving institution, from institutions in EBSCO state, or from institutions that are not an R1 institution. And so there's some evidence that OSG is democratizing access to cyber infrastructure. We also talked about yesterday that we want to grow from 64 institutions or 112 institutions, depending on how you count, to more like 4,000 institutions, or at least let's call it 1,000 institutions. So we're shooting for another order of magnitude. And part of my objective in inviting the speakers that we will hear from today is, or part of our objective is, to learn what can we do? How can we do this? How can we reach the next order of magnitude in terms of communities? And at this point, I will, if anybody has any comment, questions up front, now's your chance. Otherwise, we will start with our first speaker.